Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
Well, a more detailed look at Hurricane Florence in just a second. In the meantime, dense fog advisory tonight through tomorrow morning. It's foggy just about everywhere, but the worst of the visibility is along the south shore right now, a half mile or less, a lot of humidity in the air. But even in downtown Providence, take a look. Somewhere down there, let's step out of the way, it's downtown Providence. That little red hue is the light, I believe, on the Biltmore. So now granted, this camera is pretty high up in the sky, but you get the idea that even inland away from the coastline, the fog is thick as well. So be mindful of that traveling, especially early tomorrow morning. Temperatures holding in the lower 70s right now, 71 Providence, Newport at 70, and New Bedford coming in at 72. Now the chance for both scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon, waking up to some early morning fog and low clouds. Temperatures starting off in the upper 60s to low 70s. It's much like today. I mean, there are going to be many hours where it's not showering at all. You know, it's kind of hit and miss and scattered. So the day as a whole isn't a washout, but there is the potential for isolated downpours and scattered thunderstorms. Looking at temperatures under very humid conditions, that'll be in the mid 70s. All right, here's the East Coast, southern New England, the Carolinas, and this is an infrared satellite picture. And there's the eye of Hurricane Florence. Winds still 140 miles per hour. It's almost 700 miles from the Carolina coastline, so it does make landfall in this general area in the Thursday evening, Thursday night, Friday time frame as a Category 4 hurricane. Get a more detailed look at the expected track in west-northwest, moving northwest. Watch what happens. It just slows down as it approaches the coastline and stalls, and this is the reason for the anticipation of copious amounts of heavy rain that not measured in inches but rather in feet. So tremendous inland flooding due to heavy rain, the storm surge, and obviously the strong wind as the storm makes landfall with winds well over 100 miles per hour. Of course, hurricane warnings have been issued for the areas in red from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, all the way to the Virginia border. And the storm surge is one of the aspects, one of the most dangerous parts of a hurricane. Quite simply, you have on one side of the storm onshore winds, on the back side of the storm offshore winds. So where the center of the storm makes landfall will dictate how the ocean is essentially pushed towards the coastline. This red area represents a storm surge warning. So the stronger the hurricane, the stronger the surge. So that wind is quite simply pushing the water towards the coastline. In a Category 4 storm, you can get a storm surge anywhere from 13 to 18 feet. In a Category 5 hurricane, the storm surge is even higher. And that's going to be a very serious situation on the North and South Carolina coastline. In the meantime, the waves offshore obviously are big, and some of this wave energy in the form of swells will propagate towards the New England coastline. Not rain or wind, but just big waves over the next several days, and why we will have surf advisories and rip current warnings. Scattered showers and thunder just about any time tomorrow, but not a washout. A slight chance of a shower on Thursday. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday time frame. The weekend is actually looking pretty good. A mix of clouds and sunshine, but be careful. Despite a good beach weekend, the surf, the waves, the rip currents over the weekend are going to be very, very rough. Pretty thick fog tomorrow morning, so be careful.
People are describing this storm as a monster.
I would easily, historic, catastrophic. It's been a while since we've seen a storm like this.
All right. Thank you, Tony. We have the